My child, you did not arrive here by coincidence. Every step, even the missteps, has been leading you to this moment. You have been searching for a word that would pierce through the noise of your thoughts, and here it is. You expect me to remind you of my love, and I will, but I will also show you a truth that will change the way you face what is ahead. There is more unfolding in your life than what your eyes can see, and hidden within these words are the keys to doors you thought were forever closed. If you turn away now, the weight you carry will remain the same. But if you receive this, you will begin to see burdens lift, strength return, and courage rise within you. No other voice can speak to you as I do now. For I speak as the one who has known you from the beginning, who has walked with you through every valley, and who alone holds the power to turn your story into victory. You have faced seasons that felt endless, moments where the night refused to give way to dawn. You have wondered if anyone truly sees the depth of your struggle, and you have felt the sting of being misunderstood, even by those closest to you. Yet I tell you now, I have seen every tear, heard every sigh, and counted every step you took when your feet felt too heavy to move. The world may overlook your endurance, but I have recorded it in my book as a testimony of faith. You are not invisible to me. Even when the noise of life tried to drown out my whisper, I have been calling your name, reminding you that your story is far from over. You have mistaken the silence for absence, but in that quiet I was strengthening you. The roots of a tree grow deepest when hidden beneath the soil. In the same way, I have been growing a resilience within you that the storms cannot uproot. You thought you were standing still, but in my eyes you were being positioned. Every unanswered question, every delay, was a step towards something far greater than you dared to imagine. I was not withholding from you. I was preparing you to receive without losing what I gave. There is a refining fire I have allowed you to walk through. Not to burn you, but to remove what could not remain for the journey ahead. Some relationships faded, not because you failed, but because their presence would have hindered the next chapter I am writing for you. I know you felt the ache of letting go, but beloved, empty hands are ready hands that I can now fill with the very things you prayed for when no one else was listening. Do not despise the wounds that still feel tender. They are the places where my healing power will shine brightest. When others see the scars, they will see proof that I brought you through what should have destroyed you. You will speak with an authority that comes not from theory, but from survival wrapped in my grace. You will be able to tell others, I know he can carry you, because he carried me. And those words will carry weight, because they were forged in the fire of your own trials. I have been watching the enemy's attempts to wear you down, and I tell you now, his plans are crumbling. You may not yet see the walls falling, but I have already struck the foundations. You will wake one morning to find that what once intimidated you no longer holds power over your heart. Fear will lose its grip, and peace will take its place, like an unshakable anchor in your soul. Even now I am sending my angels to guard your steps, to stand between you and the traps set against you. Your prayers have been a fragrance before my throne. Every whispered plea, every tear-soaked petition has been received. There are answers in motion you cannot yet trace, but you will see them arrive in ways so precise, you will know it was my hand alone. I will open doors no man can shut, and I will shut doors that once tempted you away from my best. The seasons of confusion will give way to clarity, and where you once saw only obstacles, you will begin to see opportunities. I am placing within you a new boldness, not arrogance, but the quiet confidence that comes from knowing who walks beside you. You will speak truth where you once stayed silent, step forward where you once hesitated, and believe for more where you once settled for less. Your faith will no longer be a flickering flame, but a steady fire that warms others and lights the path in dark places. And this faith will not only sustain you, will inspire those around you to seek the same source you have found in me. Even as I speak, I am reminding you of moments when you thought the end had come, but deliverance broke through. Hold those memories close, for they are proof that I am faithful. The same God who brought you through then is the one speaking to you now. I have not changed. My power has not diminished. My love has not wavered. If I did it before, I will do it again, and greater still. This is the season for you to lift your head. Stop measuring your future by the pain of your past. What is ahead does not mirror what is behind, because I am doing a new thing. It is already springing forth. You may not perceive it yet, but soon it will break through in ways you cannot ignore. And as you take each step forward, I will make your path level, your footing secure, and your heart steadfast. You have wondered if the changes happening around you are signs of loss or the beginning of something new, and I tell you, they are the preparation for a greater unveiling. When I remove, it is always to make room. When I shift, it is always to align you with what I have spoken over your life before you even drew your first breath. You see pieces moving and cannot yet grasp the whole picture, but I have held it complete in my hands from the start. Every thread is woven with precision, every detail accounted for, and not one thing has escaped my notice. Even the disruptions you did not choose are becoming pathways to blessings you would not have reached otherwise. You must understand, my child, that my timing is never to harm you. Delay is not denial, and silence is not absence. The seasons when you have felt suspended, waiting for a sign, have been the seasons I was strengthening your inner foundation. For a tower to rise high, its base must be deep and unshakable. I have been working in the unseen, laying that foundation so that when the elevation comes, you will not crumble under its weight. You will stand secure, not swaying under pressure, because your roots are anchored in me. This anchoring is why I have been teaching you to listen closely. My voice is not always in the thunder. It is often in the stillness, in the gentle whisper that meets you in the quiet hours. You have longed for dramatic proof, but I have been giving you something better: intimacy with me that does not depend on outward signs. When you train your spirit to recognize my presence in the ordinary moments, you will begin to find me everywhere, in the kindness of a stranger, in the unexpected provision, in the peace that settles over you without reason. This awareness will keep you steady even when storms gather on the horizon. I have seen the weariness that comes from constant battles. You have felt as though you barely stand before another wave hits. Yet I tell you, you are stronger than you believe, because your strength is not yours alone. It is mine flowing through you. I am your breath when you are gasping, your light when shadows close in, your courage when fear presses against your chest. Do not underestimate what I have placed within you, for even now you carry seeds of victory that will soon break the surface. Some of those victories will not look like what you imagined. They will not always come with loud celebration, but with a deep, quiet knowing that you have crossed from fear into freedom. The habits that once bound you will lose their hold. The thoughts that once consumed you will fade into silence. Where there was heaviness, there will be a lightness that makes you rise each morning with expectation. This is the work of my spirit, not a fleeting change, but a transformation that will last. I am also restoring what was stolen. Time you thought wasted will be redeemed. Opportunities you believed had passed will return in a better form, in a moment when you are ready to carry them with wisdom. Relationships that honor me will come alongside you, replacing those that drained your joy. I will place you in the company of those who speak life, who remind you of my promises when you forget, who help lift your arms when they grow tired, and I will teach you to see beyond the surface. As you walk with me, you will discern the difference between what glitters and what is truly gold. Not every open door is for me, and not every closed one is a loss. I will give you eyes to see my fingerprints on the path, so you can move with confidence, not hesitation. You will no longer be tossed between uncertainty and fear. You will walk with a steady heart, knowing that I guide every step. Beloved, I am inviting you to dream again. Not the cautious dreams shaped by what you think is possible, but the bold dreams born from knowing who your Father is. I am not limited by your resources, your past, or your current circumstances. When I speak, creation responds. When I command, obstacles fall. You have seen glimpses of my power before, but what I am about to do in your life will surpass every past experience. But to step into this, you must release the weight of yesterday. Lay down the regrets, the what-ifs, the bitterness that tries to anchor you to the past. These are chains that cannot travel with you into the place I am leading you. Forgive where you have held resentment, including yourself. Let my mercy wash over you, for I have already chosen to remember your sins no more. The freedom you long for begins with believing that my grace is enough, even for you. Do not fear the unknown, for I have already walked ahead. Even in the nights when you feel alone, I am closer than your own heartbeat. I will never send you where I will not also keep you. The journey will not be without challenges, but you will see each obstacle as an opportunity to witness my power in a new way. This is not a season of survival, it is a season of rising, and you are already stepping into it. And as you do, there is yet a deeper work I will unfold within you, one that will prepare you for the fullness of what is still to come. You have felt the stirring inside you, though you could not name it. That restlessness, that quiet pull in your spirit, is not aimless, it is my signal that the season you have known is giving way to something new. You may think you are still in the waiting, but in truth, the shift has already begun. The ground beneath you is changing. The atmosphere around you is charged with what I am setting into motion. Do not mistake the unsettled feeling for instability. It is the sign that roots are stretching, that faith is reaching beyond the limits you once placed upon it. I have been expanding your capacity to believe, because what I am bringing into your life cannot be contained in the old measure. The answers you have prayed for will not arrive as small fragments, but as full portions overflowing into every area of your life. This is why I have been teaching you to trust me beyond what you can see. If you only believe when evidence is in your hands, your faith remains bound by sight. But I am calling you to believe when the field is bare, knowing that the harvest is already appointed in my time. Some days you have wondered why the opposition has felt stronger lately. It is because the enemy senses the nearness of your breakthrough. He seeks to distract you with fear, to tempt you into doubt, to convince you that my promise is too far away. But I tell you this, no scheme can override my decree. I have spoken life over you, and life will prevail. Stand firm, even when the wind rises. Do not measure the outcome by the current storm. It is only temporary, and it will pass under the weight of my will. There is a deeper resilience I am shaping within you. This resilience is not the absence of pain, but the ability to walk through it without losing your song. I am teaching you to hold peace in the middle of conflict, to see hope when the horizon is clouded. When you walk in this kind of strength, the battles that once shook you will no longer move you. You will look back and see that what once made you tremble has become the very ground on which you now stand firm. My child, I am also calling you into closer communion with me. The victories you are about to see will not come by your striving alone, they will come by my presence going before you. There are places I am leading you where human wisdom will not be enough. In those moments, my spirit will whisper the steps to take, the words to speak, the doors to walk through. This guidance will not always align with human logic, but it will always lead to my perfect outcome. And as you follow, you will see my provision in unexpected ways. Needs will be met before you can voice them. Paths will open where walls once stood. People will come into your life who carry answers you did not know you required. You will begin to see how each connection, each divine appointment, was timed with precision to move you into alignment with my purposes. I know you have prayed for clarity, and I will grant it, but it will not be the kind that comes all at once. It will be a lamp to your feet enough light for the step in front of you. This is how I teach you to depend on me daily, to keep your hand in mine, to trust not in your own understanding but in my guidance. As you learn this, you will stop fearing what you cannot see ahead, for you will know that I see it, and that is enough. Beloved, do not underestimate the influence of what I am doing in you. Your transformation is not only for your sake, it is for the sake of those I will touch through you. The hope you are holding on to will become the hope someone else needs to see. The victories you walk into will inspire faith in those who are still in their own battles. I am making you a living testimony of my faithfulness, a beacon that quietly but powerfully points others to me. This is why I have been refining your words, your thoughts, your reactions. The world will see not only your endurance, but your grace in the midst of hardship. You will stand as proof that joy can coexist with trial, that peace can dwell in the heart of one who trusts me, even when the outcome is not yet visible. And when they ask how you can remain steadfast, you will have one answer: it is the Lord who sustains me. There is a depth within you that even you have not fully discovered, and I am bringing it to the surface. For too long you have measured your worth by what others have seen, yet so much of what I have placed in you has been hidden, waiting for the appointed time. That time is now unfolding. You are stepping into a season where the gifts I planted in your spirit will no longer remain buried. They will emerge naturally, not through striving, but through the opportunities I am about to place in your path. And when they do, you will know it is me, because the doors will open in ways no human hand could have orchestrated. This awakening will not be loud in the beginning. It will start as a steady current within you. You will notice a greater clarity of thought, a boldness in your speech, and a peace in your decisions. You will begin to respond to situations differently than before, not because the challenges have changed, but because I have changed you in the midst of them. This is the evidence of my spirit working in you, aligning your inner world with my heart, so that your outer life begins to reflect my kingdom. I am also restoring the authority you did not realize you had lost. The battles you have fought have not only tested you, they have trained you. What once intimidated you will now bow before the confidence I am placing in you. The enemy has tried to make you feel powerless, but I remind you, the same spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in you. That power is not distant, not dormant, it is active, ready to move through you when you align yourself with my will. There will be moments when I call you to speak life into places others have written off as hopeless. Do not hesitate, for your words, backed by my spirit, will carry weight. They will shift atmospheres, break heaviness, and bring light into dark spaces. This is part of your calling to be a vessel through which my voice is heard, even in the most unlikely places. You may think, but Lord, who am I to do such things? And I tell you, you are mine, that is enough. I do not choose the qualified. I qualify the chosen. Every weakness you see in yourself is an opportunity for my strength to be revealed. Every gap you feel is a space I will fill with my grace. You are not stepping into this season because you have earned it by perfection. You are stepping in because you have remained when others would have walked away, because you have kept faith when it would have been easier to surrender to despair. Beloved, I am also healing what has been unseen. There are wounds deep within your heart that you have learned to work around, but I have not forgotten them. I will touch those places not to reopen pain, but to release the fullness of life that has been blocked. You will find that forgiveness flows more freely, that joy comes more easily, that laughter returns to your days without force. My healing is not partial, it restores wholeness to every part of you. As you walk this path, you will notice that the resistance you once felt toward certain steps will begin to fade. What seemed impossible will become the natural next move. This is because I will go before you, preparing the way so that when you arrive, the ground is ready for you to stand upon. Where you feared rejection, you will find welcome. Where you expected closed doors, you will see invitations. Where you braced for battle, you will experience peace. But I must remind you, remain close to me. Do not let the blessings distract you from the source. The victories I give you are not the destination. They are markers along the journey of walking with me. Keep your eyes on me, and you will not lose your way when the road bends or the scenery changes. My presence will remain your compass, and it will never fail you. You are entering into days where my provision will surprise you. Resources will come from unexpected places. Ideas will come to your mind that you will know are not your own. Connections will form that will move you forward in ways you could not have strategized. I am not limited by the channels you expect. I can draw from wells you do not yet see. Your responsibility is to stay ready, to keep your heart open, to act when I say move. This is not just about your personal breakthrough. It is about the ripple effect. As I move in your life, others will be drawn, curious about the change they see in you. They will want to know the source of your peace, your strength, your resilience. And when you tell them it is I, seeds will be planted in their heart, seeds that will grow in time, producing faith where there was none before. I have watched you learn to stand in the places where you once fell, and now I am taking you further. The ground beneath your feet is no longer the fragile soil it once was. It has been strengthened by every trial you have endured. Each challenge that sought to break you has become a stone in the path I am laying for you. This is why the battles seemed relentless, because I was not simply rescuing you, I was building you into one who cannot be shaken. And now, what I have placed within you is ready to be tested in new ways, not to expose weakness, but to reveal strength. You have prayed for me to open doors, and I have heard you. But some of the doors I am opening will require you to walk through them with boldness you have not yet displayed. These opportunities will not come dressed in comfort. They will stretch you, push you beyond the limits you once set for yourself. Do not shy away. I will not call you into a place where I will not also equip you. The same voice that summons you forward is the voice that will sustain you when you take the step. I am also shifting the way you see the battles ahead. You have viewed opposition as a sign that you are off course, but in truth it is often confirmation that you are exactly where I have placed you. The enemy does not waste his efforts on paths that lead to nothing. When you feel resistance, remember that it is not greater than the power I have given you to overcome. You are not walking toward defeat. You are walking through contested territory into victory that has already been secured by my hand. Beloved, I am renewing your mind in this season. The patterns of thought that once bound you to fear or limitation will begin to dissolve as my truth takes root. You will find yourself speaking differently, seeing differently, even expecting differently. No longer will you measure the future by the pain of the past. Instead, you will measure it by the faithfulness you have seen me display time and time again. And as you shift your focus, the way you experience life will shift with it. I am not only working in you, I am working around you. People who were once indifferent to your presence will begin to notice the light you carry. Some will be drawn to it, seeking the peace they sense in you. Others may resist it, for my presence exposes what they would rather keep hidden. Do not be discouraged when this happens. The light is not meant to be dimmed to make others comfortable. Let it shine, for it will guide those who are ready and remind those who resist that there is a better way. Provision will also come in forms that surprise you. There will be days when you receive what you need before you even ask, as a reminder that I am attentive to every detail. There will be connections that align so perfectly they could not be coincidence. In these moments, let gratitude rise quickly, for thanksgiving will keep your heart soft and your vision clear. The more you thank me, the more you will see my hand moving in places you once overlooked. I am restoring your capacity for joy. You have endured long seasons where joy felt like a distant memory, but I am breathing it back into your spirit. This joy will not be shallow or dependent on circumstance. It will be the deep, steady gladness of knowing that you are secure in me. It will give you strength when days are hard and lightness when the path feels heavy. And it will be contagious, touching those around you without effort. There are also assignments I am placing in your hands that will require both faith and persistence. Do not measure their worth by immediate results. Some seeds take time to break the soil, and some harvests ripen slowly. Trust that every act of obedience, no matter how small it seems, is moving my plan forward. I see the beginning from the end, and nothing you do in my name is wasted. My child, I am also preparing you for moments when your voice will be needed not to speak loudly, but to speak truth in the right time. Your words will carry weight, because they will come from a place of lived faith. When I prompt you, do not hesitate. Whether it is to encourage one person or to speak into a room full of people, your obedience will set things in motion that you may never fully see. You have asked me many times, Lord, how will I know when it's time? And I tell you, you will not need to guess, for I will make it unmistakably clear. When the moment comes to act, you will feel the weight of hesitation lift, replaced by a calm certainty that comes only from my Spirit. The same way I have been guiding you in small steps, I will guide you into larger ones. You will see signs align, doors open in succession, and even the opposition will confirm that you are moving in the right direction. Nothing I set in motion can be stopped. And when I tell you to go forward, no one will be able to stand in the way. This is why I have been preparing your heart for courage. Courage is not the absence of fear, it is the choice to move forward in spite of it, trusting my voice more than the tremble in your heart. You have already exercised this courage in ways you may not realize. Every time you prayed when you felt hopeless, every time you stood when you wanted to retreat, you were building the strength you will now draw from. What seemed like small acts of faith were in fact training for the larger call ahead. Beloved, the places I am leading you will require you to walk with both boldness and humility. Boldness to step into what I give you without shrinking back, and humility to remember that every victory belongs to me. Pride will try to attach itself to success, and fear will try to attach itself to challenges, but neither will hold power over you if you keep your eyes on me. I will remind you that you are both deeply loved and deeply dependent on my grace. I am also refining your discernment. Not every opportunity that appears before you will be sent by my hand. Some will look promising but will carry distractions that pull you away from my purpose. Others will seem small but will hold hidden significance for the future. This is why you must stay close to my presence. The closer you are, the easier it will be to sense my yes and my no. Peace will be your guide, and restlessness will be your warning. Trust the signals I place in your spirit, they are not random. There are people I am bringing into your life who will walk with you for a season, and others who will remain for a lifetime. Both are important. Some will be like scaffolding, necessary for building but temporary in purpose. Others will be like pillars, steady and unmoving, supporting you through the weight of what is to come. I will teach you to value each one without clinging beyond their appointed time. Relationships rooted in me will not demand what I have not given, and they will leave you better than they found you. Do not be surprised if I also lead you into unfamiliar territory. New surroundings will stretch you, but they will also awaken parts of you that have been dormant. Change has a way of shaking loose the things that no longer serve your calling, and though it may feel uncomfortable, it will make room for growth. Trust that I know where I am sending you, and that I am already present in that place, preparing the way. In the coming days, you will begin to notice how much lighter your heart feels. The burdens you once carried will not weigh the same, because I am exchanging them for my peace. You will laugh more easily, think more clearly, and rest more deeply. These are signs of my Spirit renewing you from the inside out. And this renewal is not for a season, it is the beginning of a sustained strength that will carry you through every stage ahead. I will also open your eyes to the influence you already have. You may not see yourself as a leader, but others are watching how you respond to life. Your faith, your endurance, your way of holding on to hope, these are shaping lives around you in ways you cannot yet measure. I have called you not just to walk in victory, but to lead others toward it. You will be a safe place for weary hearts, a light in the places where hope has dimmed. And as you live this out, your prayers will take on new depth. You will no longer pray only for relief from trouble, but for wisdom to use the blessings I give you for my purposes. You will ask not only for open doors, but for the grace to walk through them with integrity. And I will honor those prayers, because they reflect my heart. There is a weight of glory I am preparing to place upon you, one that will not crush you because I have strengthened you for it. You have been faithful in what seemed small, and now I am trusting you with more. This more will not always look like ease. It will often look like greater responsibility, wider influence, and deeper dependence on me. Do not measure it by how comfortable it feels in the beginning. The blessing I give is not merely for your comfort. It is for the advancement of my kingdom through you. I have been shaping your character in quiet places, away from applause, so that when the spotlight comes, your heart will remain steady. You have endured the hidden season where no one saw the tears you shed in surrender, and I have stored each one as a seed that will bear fruit in the open. This fruit will be evident not only in what you accomplish, but in who you become, a vessel others can trust, a refuge for those who are weary, a voice that carries my truth without compromise. The influence I give you will attract both favor and opposition. Favor will open doors, but opposition will test your resolve. In both, you will find me. In favor, I will teach you gratitude and stewardship. In opposition, I will teach you endurance and the authority that comes from standing on my word. Neither will define you, only my presence will. I'm also calling you to walk in a deeper level of forgiveness. There are names, faces, and memories you still carry in the corners of your heart. They weigh more than you realize. Let them go, for you cannot run freely while dragging the weight of old wounds. Forgiveness is not saying what happened was right. It is releasing it into my hands, so that it no longer has the power to control you. And as you forgive, you will feel strength return to places in your soul that have long been weary. Beloved, I am opening your ears to hear me in ways you have not before. My whispers will become clearer, my nudges more distinct. You will begin to sense when to pause and when to move, when to speak and when to remain silent. This sensitivity is not to make you cautious in fear, but confident in purpose. The more you trust my leading, the less you will feel the need to rush or force outcomes. For you will know that I am orchestrating every detail. I will also show you glimpses of the lives you will touch. Some will be people you meet only once, yet the words I give you for them will stay in their hearts for years. Others will walk beside you for a long time, and you will watch as they grow in faith and strength because of the example you set. Do not underestimate the ripple effect of your obedience. Its reach is far greater than what you can see. There will be moments when I will ask you to step into situations that feel beyond your capacity. You will feel the urge to say, "I'm not ready," but I remind you, if I have brought you to it, I have already prepared you for it. The readiness you seek will be found in the step of faith itself, not before it. As you move, my power will meet you. I'm also preparing you to carry peace into turbulent spaces. The world is desperate for voices that speak hope without compromise, for hands that serve without seeking recognition. I am making you one of those voices, one of those hands. Your peace will disarm anger, your kindness will soften hardened hearts, and your presence will shift atmospheres simply because you carry me within you. Provision will follow obedience. As you step into what I show you, the resources will appear not before, but right when they are needed. This is how I teach you to rely on me, so that your confidence rests not in what you can secure, but in what I can provide. Each time I meet a need in this way, it will strengthen your faith for the next step, until trust becomes your natural posture. You have been walking in the light I have given for each step, and now I am widening your view. I will show you glimpses of what is further ahead, not to overwhelm you, but to assure you that nothing about your journey is random. The patterns, the turns, even the delays have been perfectly placed. You may not yet see how every thread is woven together, but when the design becomes clear, you will marvel at my precision. And in that moment you will understand why I asked you to trust me when nothing made sense. There is a deeper authority I am placing upon you. It will not come with noise or self-promotion, but with the quiet confidence of one who knows who they belong to. This authority will flow from intimacy with mate cannot be bought, taught, or imitated. It comes from the hidden hours of prayer, the moments you chose my voice over the many others, calling for your attention. Those choices, often made in secret, are now becoming the foundation for influence that will reach further than you imagine. You will notice that the doors I open in this season will not require you to strive to keep them open. What I open, no one can shut, and what I shut, no one can force open. The strain you once felt to maintain what was not truly yours to carry will lift, because you will be walking in alignment with assignments I have handpicked for you. In this alignment there will be rest, not the absence of work, but the absence of weariness that comes from pushing against my timing. I am also sharpening your spiritual sight. You will see beyond the surface of situations, discerning motives,